Dear Really, what do you think of Karen Barad? Sooner, rather than dance, send me forward for some December meaning to touch, scientific focus, and what motivates a real love for Barad. Mind-blowing to touch, touching the inhuman that therefore I am fascinating, and paper helps me to think, making work with materials and the body. I think to think alongside. I make working books because work, I thought about the library at South Bank, somewhere really neat. How did you come to Barad and Haraway? In the sciences and science studies and writing to make sense of my lived experience. Nose in, touching the inhuman that therefore I am, and self-energy would be too much to bear, is paper as beginning, together, a blackout as a text for present. There are so many possibilities for material tangles, to entangle, to visit. To hear is complicated improvised movement, evolving sense of meaning over time containers. I liked quite literal spilling content. Let it spill out. Applying wax to something double-sided, I iron it with wax, and the paper becomes translucent. Side to send braiding, with string meeting the universe halfway. To Zoom Monday dance, the audience would feel the yarn touching long, reading different ways. Getting the iron out to wax the full essay, you said. Really black ribbon, a little body bill, star bolt. The shininess of the ribbon, with less shine running around. Blackout to take editing down. Will we meet more time? I quite like what emerges without too much time, Zoom, and some test waxing the essay. Yarn or ribbon both. Just thought I would relay my thoughts. I find a diffraction pattern essay to include yarn and ribbon trips. Weird yarn arrangement number 1. Weird yarn arrangement number 2. Weird yarn arrangement number 3. Weird yarn arrangement tower number 1. Ribbon not too shiny number 1. I could do finding yarn in a new city as soon as I get tangled, still to Zoom tomorrow. Here's the thickest yarn tangled. Here's the thickest yarn tangled and untangled. It is around 4 centimeters in length and 3 meters in diameter tower. Arrangements, entangled and untangled, and printing and waxed, and include lights. I did not consider reading the Blackout poem. I wonder what color string figures. I wonder why entanglement is so pertinent. I wonder, is it because it inherently lends itself to a collaborative mode of working? I guess I'm wondering if we make entanglement specific to us in the performance, as I get the yarn more tangled. I think there are several levels of entanglement happening with, and with. I like string figures. I think it could be interesting to drape, wrap one face. I suspect entanglement is bidirectional like collaboration, yarn into yarn to finish the performance. Do you understand bidirectional to mean multiple happenings at once? bidirectional between us, but also virtual, as there is energy in the form of a photon, as performance might be emitted too. Hard idea into idea of bidirectional exchange between people. We might play and respond and reach outside definitions. We are trying. We are not trying in trying to reach. It feels like the limit to the beginning, to leave out and leave in something. So I just texted the director of academic success at the university where I teach to tell her I was crocheting again and thinking about her weirdness, and this message is a mini poem. A fee hidden inside the feeling is very intimate, yet elides the confessional physical chemistry, is better understood as quantum mechanics, kinetics, and thermodynamics. Quantum theory and posthumanism and collaboration and objects and redeeming it admits hierarchy and insecurity already censoring in relation to nimble, animals not nimble. Imitation chenille is 100% polyester, imported from China, called poly-do. Do not bleach, do not tumble, do not iron, do not press with heat. So cold for washer setting, lay down cold. So the label says imported from China in French. So this yarn has traveled farther than me. Talk about action at a distance. Is it a dragon? Is it a dragon broken? Is it a seahorse pretending to be a dragon? Is it chainmail for a dragon? Or a thick chain? Or octopus? Is it a fluffy kettleball for a dragon's New Year's resolution? Is it a cold dragon? Good. Is it a dragon turning into an octopus, now or later or tomorrow? Squid ink. Squid and ink squirting. Squid and squirt thinking. Blue and black squirts. Squid thinking about great length. Squirt is flirting with fluff. Inside Out Squirt instead is polyester from China via Canada. Instructions say to use gentle. This yarn has many imperfections. Call water and lay flat out. It was imported by Multicraft. It is soft and fluffy, unlike spaghetti. It did not irritate my skin, which was nice. Almost asemic writing number 1. Almost asemic writing number 2. Almost asemic writing number 3. Almost asemic writing number 4. Almost asemic writing number 5. Almost asemic writing number 6. This yarn definitely chafed my fingers. It is acrylic all the way down. It is described as milk cotton yarn never encountered. Anywhere gappy, almost asemic writings resisting these gappy images. Squid or good darkness is no longer something thin wound into a heap, but rather as a big blob. A silly cheap play. A silly cheap play with pattern and time. Living fibers number 1. Living fibers number 2. Side-eye fibers living forever number 3. Forever ears fibers number 5 is brandy. And the living fibers for self-energy would be too much to bear.
funny. Super good. So good.